Have you ever had a problem and your main technique or main strategy for getting it to go away was to just ignore it? Well, how about when it comes to your health? Probably the same thing, right? And, I'm guilty of that too. I think that we tend to take our health a little bit more for granted than we actually should. What was it that got me to want to actually take care of the issue as opposed to just ignoring it? When it came to my high blood pressure, it was something that I knew that was an issue, but wasn't really taking care of the things that I needed to make that problem or issue go away. What was it that ultimately got me to take action? Well, it was seeing my actual numbers and my doctor actually giving me a chance and threatening to put me on medication, and that was definitely something that I did not want to do. I've always viewed myself as being someone who's healthy, active, and in shape, but that really wasn't the reality I was in at that time. So this is my story, really ultimately what was the launching point for this journey that I'm on, trying to get my health back. Hey guys, Jeremy here, and I'm currently on a journey to lowering my cholesterol and blood pressure naturally. And in today's video, I'll be going over where I started, what my numbers were at the beginning, and what started this whole journey. If this is something that you're struggling with, or you're currently on your own journey of bringing your cholesterol and blood pressure down, then stick around, because there may be something that might apply to you that you can implement for yourself. And if that's you, then let's get to it. So I know you're probably wondering, like, what was my blood pressure at the day that I almost got sent to the emergency room? Well, got that right here. So I'll put a screenshot of a blow up screenshot of this, so somewhere around here, somewhere or here. But on that day, my blood pressure was 162 over 111. So everybody says that normal is 120 over 80. So you can see how high that was. I guess the nurse at the time was concerned about the 111 on the bottom. But I guess if you look at 162 is pretty high too, even in my opinion. Let's get into the rest of the numbers. So what was my... First off, I got is total cholesterol, which was at 284, and that's considered high. The number that they're looking for is to have it less than 200. My triglycerides was at 112. For that number is considered normal. So just as long as they're looking for that one to be less than 150. My HDL was at 54. What they're looking for is it to be over 39. Here's where my numbers go off track is my LDLs, which is your bad cholesterol, was at 208. And what they're looking for is a number under 100 is what they want it to be. And then what was my blood pressure during this time? On this day it was 141 over 98, so still high to normal standards. When you say normal is 180, is 120 over 80. Admittedly, did I know what my numbers were supposed to be? No, I actually had no clue. I knew that it was not going to be great because at the time, I definitely didn't have the best habits. I knew that my blood pressure was higher than it should be. That's just the start. At least now I'm a little bit more educated on where my numbers are, and I suggest that that'd be a good thing for you to understand as well, where you're actually supposed to be at, what is satisfactory and what is not satisfactory. So knowing those kinds of things would be definitely beneficial. Numbers are meant to be changed, or can be changed, so that's really the good thing about this, is that just because your numbers aren't where they're supposed to be, you can actually take action to make them better than what they are currently. So that's the choice that I'm making, or that I made on that day, with the threat of medication. But that's you got to start somewhere. So that's where I got my start. So what do these numbers mean? What are the health risks when it comes to having high cholesterol and high blood pressure. Now, having high cholesterol, especially when it comes to high LDL, that gives you a high risk for heart disease and stroke, which those things are definitely not good. High triglycerides can lead to metabolic issues. Now, when it comes to the subject of high blood pressure puts a strain on your heart. Over time, can potentially lead to heart failure. These are just numbers, and these numbers aren't set in stone. Through diet, exercise, and lifestyle changes, you can definitely make those numbers change over time. That's exactly what I plan to do. So here's the game plan. I'll be cleaning up my habits, starting with my diet. Be eating cleaner proteins, lots of healthier fats, lots of fiber, and when it comes to my workouts, be getting more serious about getting an intense workout in, concentrating on strength training, and definitely getting my cardio up a lot more. I'll be going over this more depth in future videos, so I'll be going over step by step what it is that I'm doing, and why I'm doing it, and what specific diet philosophy I'm following, and what my workout philosophy is. So you'll get to see all that in the future. This is not a quick fix. This is supposed to be for implementing lasting change. It's definitely going to be a journey. Now, this is just the beginning, and I'll be testing different things, seeing what works, what doesn't, and I'll be sharing everything I learn here with you. If you're someone who is on a similar journey or just wants to improve your health, hit that like and subscribe button down below and follow along. While you're at it, drop a comment down below. Like, what is one of your health goals that you're going after? And let's get after it together. I'll see you in the next one.